we have a special guest, the top defensive tackle, Robert Landers. I'm your host, Brianna Mcnary, and we're going to get to know Robert outside of a football player. It was just last year that you got your black stripes removed from your helmet, which makes you an official Buckeye. How did you feel knowing that your football career was about to take off from that point on?
It was very overwhelming at first, just because, you know, a childhood dream was becoming a reality, and the fact that I was officially a part of the team and officially a Buckeye, you know, it just made a childhood dream come true. And, you know, from there I was just ready to start, you know, you could say my career or see where I could go with my season.
What advice would you give incoming athletes who want to get play time on the field as a freshman?
The biggest thing I would say is be ready to work. One thing especially about OSU is, you know, nothing is handed to you. Coach Meyer is one of those people who, number one, he checks all egos at the door. So any egos you have from high school, might as well put it in the trash before you step on campus. You know, everything you do is hard. You have to work for everything you get, from, you know, playing time all the way down to socks from the equipment room. You know, you just got to have that mindset of you're going to come in and perform to your best ability, and you're not going to let anything stop you. But at the same time, you have to be ready to also build a bond with your brothers, you know, quote-unquote the team, just because when things start getting hard, those are going to be the people that you're going to turn to who really understand. It's different from calling your mom or your uncle, people back home who's not in your shoes to experience what you're going through, as of talking to somebody who's going through it with you and who has been through it multiple times before you. So that'll be the biggest thing, is just coming in, ego gets checked, and just be ready to work.
Your younger brother, Trey, how important is it for you to be a role model to him?
It's a big deal for me to be a role model for him, just because, you know, growing up, after my dad passed away, I took on the role of being a man of the house and trying to be that father figure to him and my youngest brother, Tyler, who's a sophomore in high school now. I know what he's about to go through as far as being a college athlete, and it's even times now he calls me like, bro, it's starting to get a little rough. I'm like, it's gonna get harder before you know it. Just, you know, just tell me, you gotta grind it out. You know, one thing about all of us is, I tell all of my brothers, you know, whatever you decide to do, I'm gonna support you in it, whether it's play basketball, play checkers for a living. Like, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But if you're gonna do it, put your all in, because if you don't, you'll lose the love and passion for it, and it'll just be a waste of time.
Do you have an inspirational quote that you try to live by?
There's a couple. I'm really big on quotes, but I would say the biggest one is, you know, life is full of lessons, and blessings never regrets. You know, when you go through tough times, it's nothing to regret. If you make a bad decision, then there's nothing to regret. You know, you learn from it. You know, God puts you in certain positions, and, you know, puts you in certain circumstances, whether good or bad, to teach you something. And, you know, instead of taking it negatively and, you know, being down on yourself or saying, I hate this, or I hate that, or I regret this, I regret that, learn from it. You know, that situation is teaching you something. And when you get a blessing, grab onto it, run with it.